Hi everyone, my name is Guillaume Delberg and I am the co-founder and CEO of Iventive. Iventive is a young startup in electronics. We develop a product to optimize electronic production in the industrial field. We provide solution to improve production efficiency and to improve coating of electronic board. So Iventive has been co-founded by three people, Timothée, Benjamin, and me. We are two PhD in electronics and one graduated from high school in business. Iventive idea started in 2018. We started with the idea to provide a solution to reduce time and cost of electronic products design. We started with our PhD results with Benjamin about electronic board simulation. So the idea was to provide a solution to simulate electronic board to allow software developer to run the application on virtual hardware and so a virtual electronic board. The next idea was to provide a bridge between the virtual board and the electronic manufacturing, because as you can imagine, the goal of a product is always to produce it. And so we decided to focus more on this second step. So about manufacturing, about quoting, about efficiency, and that's currently our main product, our main software as a service product. Today, we are using Kubernetes in our infrastructure, in our software as a service infrastructure. So we started to use Kubernetes in 2019. So yes, at the beginning of Iventive, we were looking for infrastructure solution, cloud without a cloud lock-in, and we believe Kubernetes is one solution, is one answer to this cloud lock-in infrastructure. So we began with another provider because Kubernetes was not yet available at Scaleway, and we decided to migrate to have all our data in France at the end of 2019. So our infrastructure is composed of microservices, backend and frontend. Our backends are using Go language, and our frontends are using React language. Both are communicating using gRPC and gRPC Web for the frontend. So we use mainly Kubernetes for scaling, for security, for easy deployment, but we also are using it for CI/CD with a GitLab CI/CD. So we have an auto-scaling mode for all our honor, and we are using really heavily. We have many use cases of Kubernetes. So we have three clusters. Each cluster for development, one for staging, and one for production. So all our clusters are using Kubernetes. So the idea is to provide on a development cluster a development environment for all our developers, for all our collaborators, so they can reproduce the production environment easily. We use namespaces inside Kubernetes, so each developer is totally isolated of the other developers. And we also use Kubernetes for petite coupure au montage. So we also use Kubernetes with a network policy and pod security policy. This is something we really focus. Security is something really important for us. And Kubernetes provide some resources to improve security between your namespaces, between all your cluster, and also between your microservices. Currently, we use a lot of stateless application inside our cluster. So we try to avoid stateful application. So we also use object storage and database as a service to store all our stateful data. Today we are using most of Scaleway element products. So it includes the database as a service, Kubernetes, object storage, DNS, instances, registry, block storage. Most of them are totally compatible with Kubernetes. Integration is totally transparent. It's really a real pleasure to all these services. Some of our application some stateful applications are still running in Kubernetes because some services are not available as stateful at the Scaleway element. It's like Redis or our secret storage. But we hope Scaleway will soon provide a solution. We are also using a lot Slack. And just to quote Patrick, aka SH4D, it's his username, and also GTH for Jonathan and Emma. I have to say, Scaleway Slack is really active, and that's a real pleasure to ask a question and to get an answer really fast. Every time we have a question, we have an issue, it's just fast. You get a really fast support, and the answer is accurate. If you have an issue, they are always here to help you. So yes, just continue. It's really, really, really cool. What we also like Scaleway. In Scaleway, it's also its philosophy to be cloud agnostic, to provide solution without lock-in, as CEO said in a newsletter a few days ago. And that's why Kubernetes is also an answer to this issue, to be multi-cloud and to avoid cloud lock-in. We decided to migrate all our clusters, so we began to move all our charts, all our pods to Scaleway, and we got an issue because a feature was currently missing. At this moment, Capsule was in beta. Not all feature was available. Block storage was also in beta. And we got an issue, if I remember right, it was about a DNS internal issue with a load balancing. And it was surely my first messages on Slack, on Scaleway Slack. And so I ask a question. Okay, so I come from another provider. I use this feature. I don't know how to set up this kind of feature in your Kubernetes solution. What's the solution? And Patrick answered. It asked me a few questions about my use cases. And 1 hour ago, the feature was available. How to say? It's just wonderful. So you ask, you have the feature. Another memory. It was last year when Kubernetes Capsule was in beta. Most of developer on KTS Slack asked for development instances to be available as not on Kubernetes. So we were always spamming the Slack channel to ask the availability of these instances. And one day, it was a surprise. Arnaud de Birmingham said, yes, he announced on a Slack channel of Scaleway that development instances will be available on Kubernetes. So it was just crazy because Arnaud de Birmingham is just the president of Scaleway, and he talks to you on a Slack channel as you talk to someone in the street. So it's just amazing, and that's something we really appreciate of Scaleway. It's the transparency and the communication with customers. So for Before to end this interview, so now it's I guess it's a challenge. So the challenge with Kubernetes. So just some advice to give you some challenger. Currently, we use a lot Terraform and Kubernetes Lens. It's both tool useful to deploy your cluster. So Terraform is useful to deploy your cluster using a config file. And Scaleway did an event, a webinar 2 weeks ago, so it could be useful if you could take a look. It was really useful for me. We also use Kubernetes Lens. It's a tool to a graphical user interface to display all your clusters, so it's useful for debug. Just a small tips. If you decide to go to a CI/CD event, we are already using a CI/CD solution with Kubernetes, and we decided to tune the autoscaler to improve node efficiency because currently, even if you don't use your node during 1 hour, the node will automatically down after a certain amount of time. I don't remember exactly the amount of time. But if you want to avoid this down and this downtime of this node, and then if you get another CI job, and so you need to scale up another node, you will lose time because you have the downtime and the uptime of a new node. So to avoid that, you can tune the autoscaler. So in the Scaleway API, you can directly auto-tune the autoscaler. So I encourage you to take a look to this feature. And Patrick did a good article that he shared on the Slack K8S just yesterday. And last tips: if like me, you always write you write command line every time. Just write an alias for kubectl. It's too long. Just type k alias k equals kubectl. It will be faster. So thank you everyone, and just good luck for the challenge.